no quirky quips this time around.
Dead silence.
I'm debating if I want to order ice cream.
You don't get that from us this time.
Not allowed. So, hello everyone and welcome to Ichor in Honor. I am your host, the Herald, and this is the Dumb Luck Club.
Yes, that's why Harold's talking.
Mhm.
That's why we're on. That's why we're live.
I didn't know we were live. I thought he was just like expecting me to say his eulogy I say every time he leaves for long periods of time.
Oh my god. There's your quirky start, Harold.
There we go.
You know, you're like, Harold, he was a good friend, and oh look, he's not dead.
Redo.
I'm expecting. At some point I'm expecting your character in our campaign to actually do that to my blade singing wizard.
Yes, most likely. Briar would definitely do that.
Yes. Anyways, hello everyone and welcome to. I already said that. Whatever. We're starting off weird again. Anyways.
We're late and we're weird. It's fine.
Yes.
We're late.
So
we're tired.
Yes, and as you probably noticed, the setup's a little bit different this time around because I am now in my new place. So I apologize for any audio issues that may pop up. Still getting it all taken care of. So, but yeah, at the very least, we have now a dedicated spot for this. So. Announcement-wise, other than that, keep an eye out on the Discord server because there will. And for those of you who are on, and those who are on the watching the live stream, do keep an eye out for either either next week or the week after. There's going to be a special announcement. So, and other than that, without any further delay, and no more delays, thank goodness, we'll go ahead and start Ichor and Honor.
Yeah.
So, where we last left off at the party, you all had broken the news to Medi about Black Wolf and the situation regarding that. But that was not all that had happened. While that is the elephant in the room, Lydia, on the other hand, had received some information from Fiance about where he was going next.
Right.
It's been that long.
Wait, what information did I get? Right, that's right.
And how he was going to pay a visit to the Cray. Especially with all the unusual silence on their part. However, they are also wanting to deal with the author and possibly pay a visit to the Kardak land, especially after what might have happened at, or lack thereof, at the mountain of Mount Kirin. We pick up where we left off with the party in that heavy atmosphere of Medi leaving. And as this happens, Tareth finally breaks the silence. Something tells me she's not exactly used to the talk of death.
They probably don't have to deal with that in the Feywilds.
I'm pretty sure people still die in the Feywilds, Gale.
I think he was referring more to doesn't happen as often.
Thank you, Daphne.
Or, you come to a different plane of existence to find your father, and then find out he died before you even got to meet him.
Yeah.
Umeko's gonna start, getting a plate together of extra food and grabbing, a hot tea.
Mm-hmm.
As this is happening, get a whole little spread of everything ready.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
She's mad and upset at us, but she doesn't also need to be hungry. I'm gonna go take her some food.
That's fair.
If she still wants to talk, I'll stay and talk, but otherwise I'll be right back.
Thank
Okay.
you, Umeko.
Umeko was the one who talked the least, so she might have a better chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll get like all the stuff together and head up to Medi's room.
Okay.
Do you want one of the servants to help? Oh, she's gone.
I'm already gone.
Some things are better done in person, Daphne.
Well, I was just saying if she wanted some help with carrying it up the stairs.
Maddie does have family, by the way, that's living. May not be exactly blood related, but Black Wolf's father, Beldrop, in the Kara.
Is he still in the Kara?
Is he still alive in the Kara?
Well, when we get out of the Clover House, I could probably do a quick sending to him.
Actually, I need to go scry. I'll be right back. And I will excuse myself from the table and go to leave the Clover House, but I will leave one of my journals, Itham's journal, as like a doorstop so the door doesn't close behind me on the way out. Because I don't need that door vanishing on me.
Bye!
Bye, y'all!
Just use like a rock. You have to use your
Nope.
brother's journal.
Yep. Leaving
Okay.
things deliberately.
By the way, Daphne, I need to talk to you. You know how you always say, you're gonna get me a muzzle and all that?
Yes.
Whenever I would speak out of term on the ship, Hareg would put a muzzle on me and attach it to a rope from the top part of the ship and humiliate me. So I don't appreciate about the muzzle.
Gale, why are you just informing of me of this now?
Forgetful.
Clearly!
You suddenly hear Talus chime in and say, "When I was younger, I would get poked by a shocking rod." What?
Has anyone here had a childhood where they weren't poked, prodded, or hanged to be humiliated?
Dalan stops for a moment, and you see him just kind of like, you see his eyes kind of shifting for a moment as he's thinking. Hand doesn't go up.
Does anyone's hand go up at this table?
I had a very happy childhood, but I'm not there, so.
You do notice that among those who are around, you see Diar just slowly raise a hand, but then you also notice that Tarith just kind of awkwardly looks off to the side.
Daphne just slowly rubs her forehead and her temple and says very softly, I am surrounded by trauma cases. I am not trained for this.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Astro just
Okay,
looks to you,
not
Daphne, and
bad.
says, "Just focus one thing at a time. Don't try being all over the place. You'll end up as stressed out as Lydia."
I will bear that in mind. Gale, I am sorry for causing you undue trauma. I would appreciate it in the future if you could tell me if I cross a line of any sort.
I know. I
Just
apologize.
knows-
I apologize.
That's fine, and I apologize to you. Now,
If you want, you can use a silence spell on me or something.
I don't know the silence spell, so that's going to be an issue. I might have to use something else, such as Thunderclap and or Shibari. Yes, Dalan.
I know, Dalan just raised his hand. I've got silence if we need it.
There we go. He can use silence on you.
Fine.
Can do. What?
Do you have have silence? Are you checking to make sure you have silence?
I had it at one point. Pretty sure I still have it.
You hear Tara chime in. I can knock you out with the dart.
We might need to take you up on that, Tara. Although I don't know if you're going to be continuing to travel with us, because I'm not sure if we decided what we're going to be doing next.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
don't
I
have
can leave some with
silence right
mom.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
He said, "That's fine. I can leave some with mom." And then Asher just gives him a glance and says, "Didn't I tell you sleeping darts are only for capturing targets, not for entertainment?"
I don't know. Sounds like that could be pretty entertaining.
There was that one instance where you mistook a whatever type of dart for a sleeping dart, Dalan.
There's also the time that I accidentally shot Argon. He went face down in his grub.
Remember that.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and go to. I'm gonna first go to Lydia, and then we'll go to Umeko. Lydia.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Once I'm outside of the house, I will pull out my silver mirror and burn a few scryings. First one on Anira. Wisdom save of... It just went up. Hold on.
Take your time.
No, you don't have time.
I have too many spells. Wisdom save 17 with a -9 modifier, I think.
Okay.
So 8. No. 9.
Roll a d20 -9.
Okay.
And if it's lower than 17.
Okay. All right. You slowly begin to focus in on the mirror, looking towards Anira. Doesn't take as you've known her for quite some time, you easily able to scry on her. As you see that she is, as you understand that it is around nighttime, you see that. Interestingly enough, Anira is walking alongside with Anan. And as you see that they are kind of in an area that's a bit that's not heavily forested, but if you had to guess, it was somewhere. It seems more like a woods than an actual forest. And as you are watching them, you begin to hear Anira speak. As you begin to listen closely, being a bit more focused, being that curious one about what might she be talking about.
To make sure she was alive, but okay,
Yeah,
I'll take
no,
eavesdropping.
Well, keep in mind, this is scrying, so you see and hear things. As they're walking, Anira's looking over at Ana and says, "So, how does it work exactly? I mean, you're here, and yet you're kind of not. You're here for revenge." And then you just Anan staying silent. And as she continues on saying, "So does that mean that you're pretty much bound to your anger, or are you just part of you is here, part of you is not? Is it half and half, a quarter and 3/4? How does it work?"
God.
Aina just responds, "It is nothing that which you would be able to comprehend." And she just cocks an eyebrow. She looks at him and says, "Okay, so basically that you are so angry that you just that you sprung out from the ground." You know, maybe I should try. If it works that way, maybe I should try pissing off Lydia a bit more. At least I won't need to worry about having to get a reviving spell. It is not that simple. Okay, here's the thing. You tell me it's not simple, and yet you say I can't comprehend it, okay? Look, I'm here to help you, but if you're gonna not answer any of my questions or try to strike up a conversation, then at the very least I'll just say that you are saltier than Zaire. Maybe it's that salt that's maybe that salt is what's maybe it's that salt that's preserving you. As she just like pokes at his skin. Maybe that's what's preserving Zaire.
He's pickled with rage.
Whatever. This is even more boring than having to tail Lydia.
Take offense to that.
There's a difference between traveling with and tailing.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
At least when she was tailing me, I kept it interesting.
But then, with that, the scrying ends.
She's definitely alive. Okay. One more scrying. Could be weird. Gonna scry on Anna?
Alright.
Try to scry on Anna. Try to reverse connect. Because I've been trying to connect the author to Anna. But if can I try to reverse connect it as Anna as the author? So I'm gonna try to
Reverse engineer it.
I'm gonna try. I'm like, why haven't I been trying this? Like, figure out where Anna is.
Let me ask you this: Are you going to scry on Anna or the author?
Anna, because I want to see if Anna is the author.
Okay.
Because if Anna is the author, it should connect me to the author.
Okay. Very good.
And I am familiar with the target, so -5 modifier.
All right.
Wisdom save 17.
Okay.
Because either the author's Avrin or the author's Anna. I'm slowly deducting this.
You're connecting all the dots.
I'm trying to be big brain.
Manifest.
As you focus on the scrying, focusing on Anna from what you remember of her. You focus on the mirror, but nothing seems to appear.
Nothing as in, like, fail. The spell failed, like they saved?
I don't think it tells you in regards to the spell, if they know. Does it mention about any of that?
I'm reading right now. You can see. Nope, don't know. It just talks about if they know the spell's being casted, they can voluntarily fail On a successful save, the target isn't affected and you can't use the spell against them for 24 hours. Nope. Doesn't tell me if I know or not.
Okay. Just stays clouded.
How dare she? Alright, well, that's all I needed to do out here.
Okay.
Go back inside. Grab my book doorstop and go back
Alrighty.
in.
Okay. We're gonna go right over to Umeko. So, after what has happened, you decide to go up the stairs to the room that is dedicated for Medi. Is your meal in hand?
Yeah, she's gonna knock on the, she's not gonna barge in her room, she's gonna knock and just say, Medi, can I come in for a second?
Doesn't seem to be any response.
I'll try the door then to see if it's locked.
You open the door as you see that it's unlocked. And you see Medi there, seeming to be packing her things.
I come bearing breakfast.
She stops. Looks to you. I'm not quite hungry after this.
Do you want to at least pack it and take it with you then? You shouldn't leave on an empty stomach.
Give me a persuasion check.
Manifest. Let's go.
Oh.
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 Oh, nope. Not great.
No, the thought of food doesn't sit well with me right now. See, she finishes packing up the one of two of her bags. As you see that she goes and reaches towards her books and starts putting them in her satchel.
But you don't have to leave yet. You know that, right?
She pauses. Or turn and look to you. Whatever my father was, whatever I am, causes people to die. I can't be here. I can't be anywhere.
Where are you gonna leave to?
I don't know, somewhere further away than where we are right now.
Hey, can I say my 2 cents about your father?
If you're gonna say that he's a hero, I already heard plenty of that from everyone.
I wouldn't call your father a hero. I'd say he followed what he thought was right, but his form of right didn't necessarily work with everyone else. He didn't like to play well with others, it seemed. And I know he was very scared to find out that he had someone else in his life that was on his team. And because of that, he didn't know how to react. We tried to help him learn how to play as a team, but help can only go so far if you're not willing to meet halfway. And my halfway with him was suggesting that we try to be parents to the kids we recently acquired together. But he didn't keep that end up, obviously. But I still plan to. And I know I'm probably the last person that you could think of or would even consider. But I do plan on trying to keep that end of the bargain if you're willing to accept it.
Go ahead and give me another persuasion check, but at advantage.
Come on, Umeko. I believe in you,
Manifest!
Umeko. You've got
Manifest!
this! You've got this! The first one's not terrible.
Hey, better!
The funny thing is, on my end, it looks like she rolled a natural 1, but the result...
Oh yeah, no, I did. Halfling's natural luck thing immediately does it on D&D on
That's
the
awesome.
Ascension. So,
17.
so
Very
that
nice.
also implies the times you guys do see me get a nat 1 means it was double nat 1. Which has happened multiple times in campaign until I recently realized it.
Oh no. So.
I realize she's still holding the food at this point. She has to put it down.
She seems to pause. Puts down the book that which she was about to put in her satchel. Before I just need some time to think about it.
Well, we can think about it on a full stomach, because I think that'll help.
Perhaps. And she just, you can see she starts putting down some of the things that she had packed away.
I'll put the food down, whatever table-like thing she has.
There was a desk. There was like a desk that which the
Yeah. I'll put the food down. I can stay if you want me to, otherwise I'll leave you to your thoughts. Just, if you do decide to leave, please tell us.
Okay. Let's need some time to think. Thank you.
Okay. Leave. Close the door behind me.
What will you do now, Umeko?
Probably head back to everyone else to let them know what just happened.
Alright. So, while everyone is converging back, what are Delan, Gale, and Daphne up to?
Daphne
Gale's-
is just... Oh, go ahead, Gale.
Gale threw an orange at Daphne.
Alright, roll me
Orange.
and a d20 plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
Did I roll anything?
Let's see what happens first.
Okay.
Why are we starting a food fight?
I don't
We
know.
left for like 2 minutes!
Right? Well, 20, technically, because each Christ. At least 10.
Bullshit.
At least 10.
17.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity save, Daphne.
1 second as I quickly look up my dexterity save. Because I can't believe this is happening to me right now.
Oh, do you have D&D, the Beyond 20 on your laptop now? Because you can
Yes, I
just
do.
click it. You can just click it.
I can just click it.
You don't
Maybe
have
have the extension.
Yeah, if you have the extension.
I didn't have time to put in the extension.
It's okay.
No.
We can work on it afterwards.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Not funny.
Nice.
Can
You
we just say
see-
she caught the orange?
Sure, you catch the orange just like your reflexes haven't changed at all because you were used to these kind of antics from the royal family.
Daphne didn't even look to catch the orange, and she just slowly turns to Gale. Gale Windleaf, I'm
Yes.
going to tell you two things. One, we do not throw food at any table unless it is used as a distraction for an assassination attempt. And two, ladies do not start fights, but we finish them. She says, and she throws them right back, the orange right back at him.
All right, go ahead and roll me your own d20 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so that's just a straight roll then, because Daphne ain't not strength.
Is
How
Tara...
quickly?
Oh no.
Okay.
That was a high and a low very fast.
Okay, I gotta roll this real quick.
I'm like,
is-
Can I say she hits Delan instead because he said he was sitting beside him?
There's
last
too
session?
many people up
There's
in
other
this
people
room
around.
to just say
you
that.
have
Well,
Astraf
I
and
was about
Tarith
to-
and Itham and
I was just about to ask, is Terry still at the table?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yes.
there's
Okay.
witnesses to this
Well-
now.
As all of this is going down, Dalen just kind of leans over to Tarith. It reminds me of the last time my family got together.
1, 2, 3, 4.
My aunt
Okay,
tried to stab my uncle with a shrimp fork, and then he proceeded to throw lots and lots of fruit in self-defense.
All right. I'm sorry for this, but I'm gonna need Lydia, Umeko, and Delan. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
3.
5.
Oh, no.
3, 5,
7.
3, 5, 7. Okay.
Did I hit Asaroth in the head with this?
Did you hit him?
Please don't
You
let
go
me-
to throw the orange. It goes a little bit out of in an angle as it slips from your fingers,
I'm not used to oranges. I'm used to fireballs.
and then suddenly it goes flying and boom right across the face.
Who?
Struck Astraf.
Yes.
Yes.
He didn't even do anything.
He closes his eyes. Slowly looks over to both Gale and Daphne. Gonna have to roll this real quick.
This is everything. This is everything.
Okay, I'm gonna need both of you to give me, Daphne and Gale, give me insight checks.
Oh no, he's going to kill us in our sleep.
Am I witnessing this happen? Am I back in this room?
14.
Hold on.
I wish I want to witness this so bad.
13.
I am not
As
rolling
you-
well tonight. I am changing
As
my
you
dice.
both get the stare from Astraf, and you just feel, both of you feel this chill go down your spine. Like, and at this point, Lydia and Umeko both return, and they just see, Lydia, you recognize this look from Astraf.
Mhm.
Not because you've been on the receiving end of it, but because you've seen it from from what you've been told about his jobs that he does.
I've witnessed this stare. Alright.
It's your first time
Yeah.
actually seeing it, though. For the
Dalen whispers over to Tareth. Actually, that's the same look that my uncle had.
I'm sorry, Daphne. There was a cockroach right behind you. And I was trying to get rid of it.
Really? She says, looking straight at him, because I see a big blue one right in front of me.
I'm just gonna quietly take my seat back in between Itham and Asher and be like,
Says the one.
Apparently, I've missed something.
Says the one who can change hair colors and sprout flowers every single time we mention your fiance.
Yeah, and who gets all blushy when we mentioned a certain druidess?
Guys, we know you want to fuck them already, but can we move on, please?
I had to.
As you say this, Umeko, you hear a snicker from Talos, but then Terran's like, "Wait," and then points to Daphne. You want to do the nasty with Thal?
Daphne just raises a brow. I feel I should inform all of you that I am technically demisexual.
Doesn't change her feelings towards him.
No. But in general, I have a very low libido, so.
There's still libido.
And it's at this point, Daphne, you watch as Astraf, it takes both his hands, he twists his knuckles into the top of Terran's head, and with Lydia, just grabs the back of her hair, and just looks at her and giving her a look of like, behave.
Meanwhile, Delan's just like, I can still start a fire.
Well, Anira's still alive, and so is Anan. Lydia will add, like, looking straight at Daphne. And so they're just going for a walk right now.
Daphne does noticeably relax a bit when she hears that Anan is still alive.
I tried to be clever and scry on Anna.
How'd that
you.
go?
No dice. I got nothing.
Hmm.
So either Anna's dead, or just didn't connect.
Is there some pound?
So what are we doing now?
Well, I found Medi getting ready to pack up, but she's going to at least eat the food I brought her and think about some things before maybe leaving.
Right, because was it one of the offers on the table was help her find that tuning fork to get her back home?
I didn't mention the tuning fork, but she might. I am upholding my deal with Black Wolf before he died.
What was that again?
That we would be supportive and raise our kids after this was all done together.
I think Akir could use a big sister.
Definitely.
That's if she still wants that, which is what I believe she's going to be thinking about.
So we have some time. Anira and Anan are still traveling. Looking to Ashraf, when are you leaving? When do you need to leave?
Once the spell ends.
Oh! That's like 15 more hours.
Question for the DM: is there a noticeable red mark on the side of Astraf's face with the orange?
Oh!
Oh yeah.
I was like, is there like a timer? Like
You also see that there's still a little bit of the orange in his hair.
Oh no! It,
Oh,
like,
sweetie.
it burst! Oh
It
no!
did burst. It did.
Oh no, sweetie. Okay. You taking Terrace with you, or where are we sending Terrace?
Earth was grounded until he was an adult now.
He's like grounded for life at this point. But I'm just questioning if he's gonna go with Astraf or if I'm leaving him with Zarambala to help here.
I think he's had enough excitement for today.
So it sent him back to base with Navrin and Thal? That's who's left there? Yeah.
Navrin and Thal aren't at the base.
Well, not.
Hmm.
Well, last I heard, Navrin was there, but Thal, he's Doing a job for Kinoto.
Right. The woods thing.
Not sure what that's all about, though. Sounds like he's trying to make him find a ghost.
There are
My
ghosts.
brain just went to the specter. I'm sorry. Hold on.
When you say
It's
a
the one that
ghost-
we talked about.
Theories. Okay. And where are you going, Itham?
I made it obvious.
I'm stuck with you.
Yes.
Okay.
I think one of us who has sending should inform the Emperor on what's going on.
You have sending.
I was gonna say yes.
Do we
So
want
are you
Gale
sug-
to be the one to inform him?
Or, true. Daphne protocols? Unless we give Gale a script. It's only 25 words. I don't think Gale could mess it up that bad.
I was
There's-
going to mention the situation at Mount Kirin and the death of Mortician, Conjurer.
The Falconer is technically no longer around.
Huh?
The
Falconer is
Falconer's...
technically no longer around.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, the
speaking.
Falconer died.
Technically, that is true.
Death.
We haven't been telling the Emperor who's dead and who's not.
Mm-mm.
Realistically, when was the last time we talked to him?
When... No. When we stopped at If Talon to, get Talus.
And that was how long ago?
Right before we
Yeah.
came up to the Oni camps?
So about 3 weeks ago?
Maybe?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, because I
Oh,
saw her
right,
at the
'cause-
Founders Festival. And that's also when I think I ransacked the guest house for Anira's scavenger hunt she set up for us, like, months ago.
I'm
And-
sorry, you did what? And this is Astaroth just looking right to you. Still holding you by the back of your hair, by the way.
Whatever. Casual. Used to it. No,
Really now?
please, we all know.
We all know.
Twister.
There is-
God damn it.
When Anira was tailing me and we first stayed at the guest house when I first got to Ivhan, before I found you, she told me she left us surprises in the guest house, but that was also as we were leaving the guest house and we never got back there. And so when I had a chance to go back there after facing the first Emperor with Diar, I found the stuff that she hid.
Just please use a different word than ransacked.
What's wrong with that word?
Don't use it for the Emperor's stuff.
Thank you.
I did hurriedly go through that place and stole a couple items. That's the definition of the word.
From the
it's
Emperor's
technically-
guest house.
It
Yes.
technically wasn't the Emperor's items, so technically they weren't stolen, they were procured since Anira was the one that left them behind.
No,
Let's
but I
not
did
make-
take a bottle of sake, though.
Still, let us not make implications that we are stealing from the Emperor.
Fine.
Itham just chimes in and says, and you said you were honored. Honored,
We are.
yes.
We are!
We are!
It's a stretch.
We saved his life!
It's a stretch.
So when you save a life, that justifies you in stealing.
I mean, okay, what I use the term stealing very loosely, because technically, like, Umeko took a couple bottles of sake, too.
I don't care
I
what
asked
Umeko
them-
does. I care what
I also
the
asked the workers
Lidizel
if it was okay.
Adeline does.
Was Dalan there when this happened?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I was a no.
This is all news to you.
Yeah. So
That was
Dalan hearing this-
also that was before I changed my ways. I don't do it as much now.
As much
Dalan-
now,
It's better.
and
Dalan
I'm
hearing-
worse.
Dalan hearing all of this just kind of looks around to all of you. I thought that was the private.
I would like to state I have never taken any of the Emperor's sake from the Emperor's guest house, and that technically I do not know if it counts as stealing since we are honored guests of the Emperor, and usually we are able to use the guest house whenever we please, provided there's no one there.
It was complimentary.
Kind of like the little mints you get on pillows at hotels.
Or, good coffee.
What's a hotel?
It's like a tavern.
Oh.
And the Talos just looks to Gale and says, "It's a thing poor people use. Like me."
Hotels would be nicer than taverns, but okay.
Anyway.
Depends on where you are.
True, okay.
Have you been to a
Anyway.
Teutonian hotel? They, especially in Nareth Bavra, they are nasty.
Towels, I'm from Biren.
Oh, you are? I didn't know that.
Yeah!
Oh, so you have the really nice hotels then. Oh, so you're one of the rich people. Got it.
No, I'm an illegal there! There's frequent hiding in basements.
Anyways.
Daphne just has some of the she's too sober for this, so she's gonna have some of them bring her some tea with a bit of Irish cream in it.
I have
Okay.
the sake. You
No,
want to destroy the
This
evidence?
is fine. This is fine. I no one needs me to get that drunk that quickly right now. I need to have
Like what?
somewhat coherent thoughts.
10 a.m.?
Yes,
God.
with just a bit of Bailey's cream. Just
So what are we doing? We have
I'm trying.
hours.
What should I say? So this is what I thought in my head so far. This is Gale. We dealt with the Mortician, Conjurer, and Falconer. That's only 10 words. But I want to inform him of Mount Kieran and how the Kara never showed up.
I would just state that 3 of the faithful have fallen and been dealt with.
This is Gale. 3 of the faithful have perished.
Mount Kieran's magic has returned.
Mount
No
Kieran.
sign of the Kara.
Okay.
Thanks to Umeko.
Thanks to
That's the
Umeko.
magic.
Although I don't. Does he? She looks at Umeko. Does he know your name's Umeko, or or do we call you Garlos for that?
I think you're still Garlos to him.
Yeah, because most people don't know that I'm going by Umeko again.
We can just say one of our own. Thanks to one of our own. That also adds more words. But-
Wait, hold. This is a total question I forgot. Has he even seen me with the metal arm yet? Like, he hasn't seen any of
Yeah,
that.
because you didn't visit the Emperor. You went and visited Akir.
Yeah.
It was also
Holy
when
crap.
you went to do battle, like when the faithful arrived at the palace for the second time. Umeko.
I stayed back, yeah.
Yeah, to fight and protect Kinoto.
yeah. Yeah. That was
So yeah,
just,
he probably still knows me as Garlos.
yeah. So you can either say Garlos or one of our own. One of the honored guests, because there's only like, what, 3 of us now? 4?
Now
4 of the
that's-
OGs?
Yep.
Also, does he not know it's you sending it to him in the first place?
That's what I'm like, do you have to announce that it's you? I think you might recognize
Nope.
your voice.
With the sending spell, they automatically know who is sending it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you don't have to say this is Gale.
Okay. So, here's what I have. 3 of the faithful members have perished. Mount Kieran has its magic back, thanks to us. No sign of any Kara
Upon arrival?
upon arrival.
You don't have to use all 25 words, that's the thing too.
I mean, you could at least say hello.
salutations.
Greetings.
Greetings is a good one. Greetings is a good one.
Greetings. Informing you, 3 of the faithful have perished. Mount Kirin has its magic back thanks to us. No sign of any Kara upon arrival. I don't know how many words that was.
Oh, you
Enough.
wanted us to count. It
I'm
was
pretty
enough.
sure that was 24.
You could end at. You could tack on a quick bye.
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 Okay, bye.
Okay.
Just make sure you step outside to
Yep.
send it.
Gale, Gale's gonna do that real quick. He's gonna step outside, and he's actually going to use his tail as a.
I was about to ask, are you going to use it as a doorstop?
I'm gonna use my tail as the doorstop.
Oh my god.
And Gale's gonna open his Book of Shadows when he steps outside, and he's going to send a sending to the Emperor. Greetings. 3 of the faithful members have perished. Mount Kirin has its magic back thanks to us. Thanks to us, no sign of any Kara upon arrival.
24. You were right. Umeko.
Hey.
Hey.
Nice.
And
Take-
send that off to the universe to the Emperor.
A moment passes before you hear the Emperor's voice. I'm glad to hear you are well and that you've been successful. I've been needing some good news for what has transpired as of late.
Don't tell me Hulseg is dead.
And that's all you get.
Don't get to know what.
Gale's gonna burn a second sending. What has transpired? Is it Hulseg?
It is not. Threads of life are still with him. But the faithful made their presence known in Zavin. We're gonna take our break right there.
Ah!
Oh shit.
Oh shit, we're going back there.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Zavin.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the Sword of Champions.
Yeah, that's the capital zone. We'll be right back,
We have to
everyone.
go back to Zavin.
Zavin's
you.
the clan. Zaja's the capital.
Saja, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. I don't have
Saja.
all my notes on me. They're still.
That's what you get for moving.
I know! But just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us so far. We'll be right back after our short break.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Mama?
go from I don't want to go through that to actually I want Daphne to go through it.
Welcome back.
Oh, I know that when I asked.
All right. Thank you so much for your
Welcome
patience,
back
everyone.
to Ichor and Honor.
And we will continue where we left off. So, Gale, just received the news from the Emperor. That is all
DM.
you get.
Yeah, DM question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I spend a couple sorcery points to get a 3rd level spell back?
Sure, you could do that.
So I can do one more sending.
All right.
So I just do 3 sorcery points.
That is correct.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and actually 5 because it's for a 3rd level spell it's 5 slots. Okay, so I burn all my keep spell points,
All right.
whatever, and one more sending.
Spend all your things.
Which of the members made their presence known will relay to the group. We'll keep in contact. May head your way.
I do not know who it is exactly. I had sent an agent to investigate the matter, but I've heard nothing back from them. I believe they were found out.
Okay. Gale just exhausted. He's just gonna go back into the Clover House. Take a deep breath and sit down.
Go.
Well, the faithful made their presence known as Ja. Hulseg is still alive, but the threat to his life is still in danger. But he's glad that we are safe, and he was happy to hear the news that we've taken out 3 of the faithful members.
That's good at least. But now, do we want to go to the Za?
So we could either go to the Za, the Kara, the Kray,
The kin?
the Kin.
Delan turns to Gale. Where was it that you said that we have to go looking for Toby?
I never got a time limit on that.
Do you remember where?
Oh, yes I do. Ja Z, I think.
It's a whole nother clan.
You leave that alone.
Don't worry about the lad. We do have more pressing things to tend to.
I think probably after we get all this done, you and I might go down to the Ja and see our old friend.
Aye.
But we have more pressing matters.
If
I
we
didn't offer up my soul, and Paradox gave me no time limit. But it will get done. Gale just yells, just kind of says out loud in the Clover House.
Why are you yelling at the ceiling? This is just Tara looking up at it.
He's trying to talk to his patron.
Yeah, I'm talking.
The one that keeps breaking in, apparently.
Well, I mean, they're an archfey, so, you know, let them do what they want.
It's rude to break into another person's home, Lydia, sorry.
Anir has been rubbing a little bit off of Lydia, so.
It really has. That's why I was like, excuse me?
By the way, Lydia, the next time
Mhm.
Paradox sees me, I'm gonna say, could you possibly meet with Lydia?
Why are you sending an archfey patron after me? I have enough trouble, Gale.
Weren't you wanting to meet him?
No? Maybe? I'm curious, but...
To speak with you, I don't
See?
know.
Why
So
would I
this-
want...
Talos chimes in. Now, Gale, I think this is the kind of thing where, you know when you think of a thought that's like, I would really want to, I wonder what would happen if I did something like, I don't know, try shooting my friend. Would I do that?
Yes,
No.
didn't you do that?
That's besides the point. I'm not talking about me.
Oh.
There was that one point where I took that. There was that one point where I took the arquebus and shot it right by Umeko's ear to wake her up.
I'll look at it and be like, thankfully you've never shot me.
I missed, and I immediately got banned from arquebuses.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Delan, unfortunately, you just see them. Ithem just focuses on his drink, seeming to avoid eye contact with Delan when about the mention of shooting.
Oh no, buddy!
Yeah, meanwhile, Dalan is just, his eyes just kind of shift over to shift over to him for a second, and just kind of give him this look, just like,
If we go back on the subject of what to do next, if we go on proximity, the closest faithful member would be the author. Because last we knew she was still in the Kara territory, which we
And
are
I-
in now.
So
I can
what?
get us to the border of the Kin and the Kara in like 6 seconds.
Oh, you learned that spell?
I think I got it. But you know, I can only do it once per day, so I don't want to like risk it.
So how about this?
What?
We go to the author. We go take care of the author.
I don't think she was saying no to you. I think she was saying no to her IRL.
Sorry.
husband.
I thought I muted. My IRL husband is standing in the kitchen asking if I fed a dog.
Oh, okay. So how about this? We go take care of the author. We go to the Za, figure out what's going on there. And then we go to the Cray.
My concern is that the thing with the Za could already be done, like the fall. It was already fallen by the time we got here. Anira and Aiden aren't at the author just yet. Obviously.
Yeah.
And then cookies? Thank you. Okay. Cake pops, okay. I am being delivered.
Did you bring enough cake pops for the rest of the party?
They're from Valentine's Day, so they're probably stale. Anira and Aiden aren't at the author just yet, so we have some buffer time on that. We do have to wait on Medi because that offer was made to help her find her tuning fork if she does want to get back home at any point in time. Even if she doesn't want to get back home, it would be a smart idea for her to have the tuning fork because that is illegal in this country, and we don't need someone of higher power finding that. So, we do have to wait on Medi's decision, and we have the house for like 15 more hours.
So if she decides we go get the tuning fork, we get her out of here, we go to the Za, take care of what that is, then go to the author, take care of her, regroup at the Kin.
Well,
There's also what's happening in the Kin and Ashraf going to the Cray.
Ashraf is going to the Cray to investigate that, whereas Thal is investigating like the woods in the Kin.
Gareth, what did you mean by when you said he was investigating a ghost?
Well, I don't know the whole story, but apparently there's been some creepy, shadowy things that have been lurking around in the forest the Kin forest as of late, and Apparently they've been causing problems for people. Not only terrorizing them, but I heard something about one person actually getting their life sucked from their own body or something like that.
Do you think this is in connection to, like, the Shadowfell?
I don't know. I don't even know what the Shadowfell is.
I'm looking at
Not a place-
Daphne. Because we know shit that we shouldn't know.
Daphne just sighs. Now, with Daphne's vast knowledge about everything, because Jack of all trades, does she know if the Shadowfell can actually do shit on the material plane to that ability?
Give me an Arcana check.
I'll guide or help.
Alright. Whichever you choose. Guidance or help.
Help is advantage.
Okay.
Go for go for help.
Okay.
Alright, so 6 plus 6 with advantage. First
Mhm.
roll. Okay, second roll.
Okay.
That's
15.
a 15.
So, you know that there are times where the different planes of existence will converge on each other. As to how it is, there's various theories as to how. Some people, as we know, it's through various summonings. Other times, it's through seemingly almost like an actual portal to another plane. As you know from your experience, the tales in which you've heard, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for a creature of any type from any plane of existence to still have the same abilities as when they go into another plane.
We do have to bring Tareth back to the base, though. Or he flies on night back by himself.
It is, and she says this kind of hesitantly, within the realm of possibilities that something from a different realm could get over here.
So we have 5 options.
Well,
I'm gonna
okay.
just throw
If-
this out there. It could also be the Ravens of Twilight and the Stalking Wisp from the Broken Ghost. Because if, from what it sounds like, there could be summoning things in the forest, and that's what they had me do with the mutant.
Oh yeah, we still have that fucker to deal with.
No,
We
the
killed the
mutant's
mutant.
dead.
The mutant's dead. Yeah, we killed that bitch.
No, I meant
Spectre.
The Spectre?
yes, the Spectre.
Yes, he's on the to-do list as well, don't worry.
But
Daph.
again, did anyone take care of what members of the Ravens of Twilight that were around still?
Daphne's gonna look at Asarath.
I wasn't there.
From what I remember, Ravens of Twilight were definitely much more experienced combatants, which was a given, but
I can barely
It
do magic,
wasn't-
and they had me make a summoning circle. I don't think it requires that much as long as you have
Right.
the drawing.
right, it's for them. I know that some of them which had magical capabilities that they used within combat as well, so it would not be outside of the realm of possibility that it's them.
There's also this other thought.
Mm-hmm.
We told Kinoto about his father's grave, and he sent the Ravens of Twilight to go deal with it.
Right.
And it wasn't just Kinoto's father's body that was there.
Wasn't
It was
uncle
his
there?
followers.
I mean, his followers.
It was the captain that was sent to deal with it, correct?
Which is the Spectre.
How long ago was this?
Isn't it? Isn't the captain No, he's
No,
in charge of
no,
them.
the-
But he's not the captain.
The captain was someone different than Raoul. This was a different person, if I'm remembering
Oh yeah, because it
correctly.
was Raoul, and then oh gosh,
And then it was the guy with the scar face. Herald Herald, stop looking at us like that. I can sense your judgment.
I'm literally flipping through, like, Lydia's flipping through her notebook. Like, hold on. I'm pretty sure I wrote this down.
By the way, I'm 90% sure they sent the Ravens of Twilight to deal with that.
They did.
But we never got confirmation if it did get dealt.
Mm-hmm.
They were told specifically to grind his bones to dust, but this is now concerning.
Well, if we go to the Kara, if Lydia can get us to the Kara, we'll be close enough to the field with the rat fang. We can investigate that.
The field with the rat fang is different from... No, the field with the rat fang is in the kin. It's just southern kin. Which woods was Thalin, Levy?
As far...
Because if I've seen a tree in that woods, I could get us right to Thal's side, which might be fun, but...
Well, I don't... From what I remember, you wanted him to focus around the Kinkata since... Which would make sense because since they had the people go... Since had people turn traitor, kind of makes sense that he would want him to stay there just to make sure no one else trying to get the jab on him.
The name was Kinnook. Kinnook is the commander. That's from July 19th, 2020. Jesus Christ. Yep. Bro, I'm good.
Okay, so if...
Okay, so
like
but
you when I grow up.
What are we gonna do?
So technically, there is a tree at the base in Kinkata, or I've actually seen tons of trees in Kinkata. We can get to there and find. Look,
tree.
I'm not emerging. Well, I'm not having the whole party emerge from Kenoto's chest. Thank you.
We're not killing Kenoto.
I'm not suggesting we do.
I feel like that would be something like along the lines of like Alien, just like when the alien pops out of the chest, it's everyone just going. That'd be horrifying.
He just standing there walking along, and all of a sudden we just come bursting through his chest.
Anyways, I still want to speak with plans on Kenoto, but that is a whole other topic.
Astrap just looks at you.
He has a tree in his chest. Don't tell me you're not curious.
Daphne.
I wasn't done, Gale! But okay, go.
Okay, no, Lydia, continue your thought. Clearly this is something that's been on your mind for a while.
Well, we can get to Kinkata, see what's happening in the woods, and unfortunately I can only do the tree thing once per day, so we could get to Kinkata, look at that for a day, and then check in on Anira and Anan, see if they're any closer to the author, and then I could do the tree thing at the border by, like, Kinfei of the Kara, and then we could windwalk into the Kara. So we could literally go to, like, Kinkata for a day to check out the woods, see if Thal actually needs our help, because actually he does need Daphne's help at least. I see that face.
Wisdom save.
I see that face. I know things. This is what you get for having me as a sister. But we can go see if Thal needs our help. You can do your conversation with Thal, and then the next day we can see if Aiden and Nir are closer, and then make a decision then on if we're going to the author or the Za. But scrying, you can also scry on a location. I just realized that as well. You can scry on a location. So we could scry, yes. Instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you've seen before as the target of the spell. When you do so, the sensor appears in that location and does not move. So you can scry on a location. However, so once we're in Kinkata, we can choose to either go after the author or the Za, depending on what's happening.
How about this? We do that, but when we get to the kin, either have Daphne... Well, I'm out of sendings for the day. Daphne, can you do a sending to Za, the leader of the Za?
The leader of the Za does not like us. I could try his brother.
Yeah, try his brother. Ask what's going on. And what's developed.
If he's not dead. If they're not all not dead already.
I'm pretty sure the Emperor would have told me that if the leader of the Za was dead.
25 words.
But I think one of us should reach out to one of the members of the ZA and ask what's going on there, while we deal with what's going on in the kin and deal with the author. Well, no, kin, find out what's going on in the ZA. We find out, and then we make a decision.
Regardless, we have to wait for Medi.
2 things.
Yeah.
1, I gotta say, one thing I love about that whole moment, Gale, like, your camera was cut off right here, and just like, it's like, look, you're like looking up and everything. It was fantastic. I was just couldn't help but smile the entire time.
Wait, what?
You'll see
You
once.
have moved. You have
You
moved
move
since
around
the
a lot.
OBS. You have moved since your frame has been set up, so your camera got cut off at your nose. So
It's
It's
you
not
see
your
your mouth.
full Discord camera.
It's great.
by
I
the way.
love it.
It's, like,
I gotta
cut.
say, it's great. But
I have to rewatch the stream, so I know
yes,
what
you do. But anyways, the Astraf chimes in. If I may, I know I'm not. I know that you have your own established leadership, but if I may just offer just something that I had learned when dealing with an enemy. We have this saying in, I guess you can say, its own little twisted proverb in your eyes, but we have a saying: the body holds many weaknesses. We say this in the sense of when we're dealing with an enemy, and also being aware of our own weaknesses. Whatever you decide, the only thing I would suggest is do what you think would be a critical wound to your enemy.
That'd
If
be the
it's
author.
if it's dealing with the author, if it's helping, not only helping the situation with Thal and whatever is maybe threatening the kin, if it's going to say they bring Medi back to her home, whatever you think is going to be a good striking wound against them, do it and commit to it. If you hesitate, then you're going to have problems. Anira had learned that the hard way.
Technically, without Medi, they won't be at full power.
Yeah.
That's why they want her. We've been surviving this long without even dealing with the author.
But can we just let her continue running around?
We're not. Anira's there.
The author can become anyone, but Anira and Anan can literally track her down to almost a room.
Yeah, Anan has a tracker on her, essentially. So... Medi? Do we want to even investigate the Cray? Because we haven't been there, A. B, they're the ones who so-called handed their relic over to the faithful. Or are they just being written out of our book, technically? Or are we finding the ring?
I was gonna say, the benefits of going the Cray for us is that we can possibly find the ring, and that's also probably the only other place in the country we can find more diamonds.
We are down to 2.
If you're looking for diamonds, then there's definitely someone in the crate that I've heard rumors about that's in that area.
What?
I don't know he's seems to be an elusive one, but seems to hold a lot of sway. Call him the Golden Demon.
I'm told to go talk to him too!
Wasn't that when you were trying to find information about your husband?
No. So I was actually politely asking a shopkeep in Ivtalin about the black market and where he might have gotten my family's belongings.
Black market blathers.
And he what?
Black market blathers.
Black market blathers. And he told me to go look for this guy. He's called the Golden Demon, but he'll look like a beggar. And he gave me like the secret code phrase to like give him for him to like lead us underground. Like, kind of cool, but
Yes, we never did find out why they had your mother's necklace.
no.
Do you think we should go to the Cray then?
I'm not answering because I might be biased.
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna look at Umeko, because to my knowledge, Umeko's the only other one that can possibly cast a version of Revivify.
She can.
We have 2 diamonds. Do you think that's enough?
I mean, I can run around anywhere we need on the field in combat. Like, if things get tricky, I can slip away and get to anyone. But,
Technically, if no one dies, if you just go unconscious, I can still medically stabilize you. But that's
Same.
only good unless you get hit again.
Doesn't come in handy if someone decides to cast Meteor Storm.
Or disintegrate.
Right, I have a present for Tereth.
I'm sorry.
What?
What? What?
the only other benefit I can see from us going to the Cray is if we get the ring, then we know we can... It's a pretty big stop, because that's a good weapon against this version of the First Emperor.
Yeah, because isn't the ring more powerful than all the relics combined, technically?
And according to the secret scriptures, it's the only way to sort of end the cycle.
And it was something also that Diar was looking for before he got reincarnated, and Youth's father was looking for. And if we don't stop this cycle, who's to say what other group of adventurers is going to be stuck having the same conversation in a couple centuries or whatever? I'll still be alive in a couple centuries. I don't want to have this conversation again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to veto the idea of having this conversation again in a couple centuries. I say no. If anything, if this happens again in a couple centuries, I'll be retired.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing my own thing at that point.
Assuming I'm somehow still alive, which I probably won't be, but assuming I am, I'd rather not have that conversation again.
I definitely won't be alive.
Thanks, Gale.
You're Dragonborn.
Dragonborns only live till like...
Give you 100
Yeah, 100.
if you stop drinking.
I don't drink as much as I used to.
That damage
Yeah,
is
but
still
you're
there.
like- Yes, but you're like more dragon now than you used to be. You probably got some longevity.
True, you have the egg.
You do have the egg. And you have whatever the mountain did to you, she says, pointing at, like, the gradient scales.
And you have the dad bod, as
It is
Talos chimes
not-
in.
It
I
is
don't
not an egg. It is an orb.
I don't think the gradient ombre effect from the mountain does much, but aesthetics, Daphne.
That is, Delan starts combing his chest hair.
Okay, so... Medi?
I'm
you're
gonna
the
say my votes are the Cray to get the ring, because that would be pretty detrimental, or going after the author. But if that's the case, I'm gonna ask all of you, are we gonna hesitate this time? Because
No.
last time it didn't work out.
We're
No,
killing that
when-
bitch.
No, once we see her, we're ending her. No hesitation this time.
Just for my reference, this is the one that took your arm, correct?
That same bitch, yeah?
We're killing that
Also the
bitch.
one-
She's also possibly the same bitch that hired the Drow to kill Ithamonai's parents.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
then we're definitely
also-
killing that bitch.
Stephanie, go ahead.
Also, I would like to say also she is the one responsible for framing me for being a traitor to my country, as well as attempting to
and succeeding in poisoning Leviathan for the last 2 years, and kidnapping one of my close friends for 2 and impersonating her.
We're killing that bitch. But first we need diamonds.
We need diamonds, but again, just because we want to kill her, we can't hesitate this time.
Disintegrate or not.
No matter what's coming at us, we can't hesitate against any of them.
We won't. But the question is, if we go to the Cray and somehow say the Za relic gets taken, and we take out the author, do you think we could win?
Against
How
the
many
offer?
How many of these fuckers have we taken out so far?
Like 5.
5.
I think we stand a chance.
5.
Where in the cray are you going, Astraf? Did you have a specific location? As I pull out my map.
Yeah, and I'm pulling out my notes.
Wasn't I told Creva by Blathers? I forget where I was told. Oh god. When did I ask?
Going to their capital, Kreva.
Thanks.
Because that's where the daimyo is been dwelling. Supposedly.
That's also where the golden demon is. Just saying.
So...
Don't
Matt-
give me
Wait.
that look. Don't give me that look.
You see Astraf sit up a bit. The golden demon and the daimyo are there.
You think there's a correlation?
What if the golden demon is the daimyo?
The golden demon also presents as a beggar, begging for herbs.
Pretty sure it's not the daimyo.
I
It
don't
could
know
be
the-
one of the daimyo's subordinates.
I don't know the Cray.
Something about this definitely doesn't sit well with me.
So, we wait for Medi, see what she decides, help her find her fork, and I can't get. Where's the map with the hexagons? That is the
It's
real
pinned.
question. Yeah, I know. I also have it in my digital notes, because I can get us through a tree around the Emperor's mantle. No, we've been to the Knock. I should have been able to. Well, there's water. We've been in Naku, but there's a river we would have to cross. We all know we're not that great at crossing rivers.
You don't need to remind me that.
I'm fine with crossing across rivers, Lydia, except when someone decides to turn into a giant bear without explaining the whole situation to me.
I'm sorry, I saw a drow when they were running away, and it was very important to me at that time.
Also,
Especially
Fern, it
always-
sounds like I'm the only one that's made my decision. Where the rest of you want to go?
I say the Cray, but I'm hesitant because if we do go there and the Za relic is taken,
We can also just go to the Cray for diamonds. That was one of the main draws, that because we would need diamonds if something happened to any of us.
true.
And also, the ring is in the Cray. I'm biased about going to the Cray because Astraf's going to the Cray. But beside that, if I ignore that factor,
Daphne,
can- get us to Creva easily.
before we leave, Daphne, can you send a message to Za's brother and ask how dire the situation is there?
As I could, yes.
Because
Give
if it's
me a
not,
moment. She stands
Step
up
out-
and goes to step outside of the house.
Jeez, hold on a second.
And- all she does is leaves the door open because it's not a fire door. It doesn't close automatically.
There could be a strong breeze, or
Hey,
one of the servants could just close it, or I have an older brother that could just go, "Whoops, sorry, love you, baby sister."
Sorry.
Sorry, don't be a bitch next time. Sucks to suck.
Baby, what are you doing?
Nacho or
So, which one is his
Nugget.
brother again? Which one of the Zaw people?
It's his brother is the baby daddy of Akir.
So Zakuk.
Yeah, Zakuk.
Okay, I can't remember if he was the brother or just part of the council.
Yo,
I'm
there's
pretty sure he's
so
the
many
brother.
names.
I'm pretty sure he's the brother because remember, if the leader of the Za found out that because it's only the leaders that are supposed to get it, but apparently none of the leader's son has the symbol.
Yeah.
So that's why Akir
Was it-
had to go in hiding, and his name is official. Well, technically it's still just Akir, but his full name would technically be Za Akir.
I mean, unless his mom or dad have a name picked out.
Nope. His mom and dad do not get a say in what his name is. His name is
Okay.
Akir. His name is Za Akir.
I am so sorry for that. Okay. You were saying for your sending, Daphne.
Daphne was also saying how she just keeps the door open because the door is actually pretty heavy and takes a lot more than just a breeze to close.
Quite ironic they rang the doorbell at that same moment.
I know. So Daphne...
Magical doors.
Magical doors! So Daphne brings out her copper wire, she steps out of the doorway, looks around, and she casts Ascending to Zaku? Umeko, was that the name?
Zakuk is the one that's Akira's father, which
Yeah, and
we
he's the one that
believe
was
is
in
the
the
brother. Yeah.
Who was also in the council.
And I think he's the one that likes us the most out of all of them
He's the one that
anyways.
likes us the most because we're like, we got you, boo. We won't say a word about your whole little relationship with a certain team member. Anywho's that's not what we're talking about. So Daphne wraps the wire around and sends a message to him.
Alright.
Heard that the Za was. No, wait, hold on. Scratch that.
Mhm.
Heard the faithful made their presence known in the Za. Is the relic safe? Is the Za safe? Do you know who appeared? Which of the members?
Alright. It is good to hear from you again. Zaja is besieged. It is under siege. The one who claims to be the true emperor is among them. They haven't made a move yet. And we still have the relic. And that's where the sending ends.
Still outside the door, Daphne does a spoon of curses and Sylvan. Takes a few deep breaths. Walks back in, closes the door. And walks to the dining room. She doesn't make a move to sit down. They are currently under siege. The true emperor is there. They haven't made a move yet. The relic is still safe.
Could we honestly face the first emperor right now? And just end it? But without the ring, the cycle continues. This is gonna happen again. They haven't made a move yet.
No.
If we're quick, we might be able to get through the Cray. If we find the ring and then get there.
Do we even know where the ring is?
No. I have a sketch of it. I can try locate object, but it doesn't go far. Locate object
Well, that's
doesn't
even
go far.
assuming that the Golden Demon could have it in his possession.
Right. Either he has it or he doesn't. And if he doesn't, we don't stay.
And then what?
We either go to the Zaw, if they're still in the Zaw, under siege, and end it, but then the cycle continues. Or we go to the Kara and end the author and remove another pawn. But that also means losing another city.
Because I sound a little insensitive and possibly even a little bit callous. But a city can be rebuilt. Lives will be lost, yes, but in the long run, what is it worth? Is it worth taking down one more of his supporters and waiting until we have the ring and we can end this once and for all? Or do we just buy ourselves time until the next cycle?
I know we already discussed this in a couple centuries, whatever it is, if I'm still alive. I really don't want to be having this conversation with a bunch of young, jaded adventurers. Trying to help them through it again.
That sounds like the worst thing to do.
Right?
It
Long lifespans
does.
suck.
Yes.
I don't want to be sitting here having this conversation with a whole bunch of brand new adventurers on how to end this again.
So,
Well, in fairness, you might be more prepared the next time.
Yeah, I'd have a couple centuries to find a ring.
But again, that's what we need. That's what we need to decide now. Do you want to run the risk of dealing with this again later, or do we want to potentially let a city fall and end this once and for all?
but are we strong enough to face him?
I don't know if we'll ever be strong enough to face him.
We have to try. At some point.
I
We can't
know.
just let it drag on until all of Norum is gone.
I don't think we can take him right now.
No.
You guys barely made it out last time when it was the Emperor and most of the daimyos of this country.
Well, the Emperor also sent Diar and I into another realm of existence, essentially, for a timeout.
So who's to say he can't do that to us again?
Exactly. Well, we have
Maybe we get the
counterspell.
ring.
Ring.
I do have counterspell.
We wait for Medi, see if she needs help finding the tuning fork, which will bring us back to Falren, and then go up to the Cray.
I think, and I hate to say this, I think we need the ring. Even if it's not on the Cray, I think we need to find it. I do not want someone to have to go through this again. I don't want a few centuries down the line to have young adventurers see cities fall and have to go through what we're going through.
Our children's children?
And now I'm just picturing our children's children having to do this. And, oh my god, I cannot deal
I'm
with that.
sorry. That's Lydia's mindset right now too. She's like, I don't want my kids or Tareth's kids going through it. No.
Okay, so we go to the Cray, try to find the ring. If we can't find it,
Then I say we go after the author.
yeah, we go
The
take out
author might have information. That's her whole role, it seems. She could know something. She
True.
doesn't know where the other friends are.
And Makara has some secret information on the ring, don't they, Umeko? Or they did?
We
I know
had
you're eating.
No, you're
My
fine.
bad.
They had the hidden scrolls, but also last we checked, we told Karatok that she was coming and he was gonna take care of it.
True.
message.
Regardless, we need the ring.
So the Cray, if they don't have it, deal with Deal with the author.
And if we possibly can, it might be worth it to try to, at the very least, restrain her and try to get information before we kill her.
Interrogate and whatnot.
It might be a risk, but it might be if it brings us closer to finding the ring. I'd say it's a risk worth taking. She may have information that we don't.
Little light bulb's gonna go off in Lydia's head, and she's gonna pull out Itham's journal and just kind of put it on the table and like slide it next to her where her brother's gonna be like, "What do you know about a ring, Falconer? I love
I thought
you."
we weren't using. I thought we
I'm
weren't
trying
using
to
that
trigger
title
memory.
anymore.
I'm trying to trigger memories, Daphne.
Why don't you just hit him over the head while you're at it and see if that triggers something?
Grab the notebook, bonk.
Horns, you bum.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's why I rolled a natural 1
No!
No!
because you bonked him.
Why'd you smack him?
I'll kiss it better. I'll kiss it better.
He just looked. I'm sorry, Lydia. I don't recall anything about a ring.
Open the book. You wrote about it and redacted shit.
Would Greater Restoration help?
No, he's already been dead. It was a reset.
He's declined Greater Restoration because we know what happened when Lydia had Greater Restoration cast upon her.
She took
That
a
was
nap.
fun.
She didn't take a nap, she passed out.
Anira caught me and steered me to the bed. It's fine. It's fine. But ring.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Is that your bardic inspiration to him? Oh wait, you don't have that anymore.
I'm not a bard.
Warlock inspiration? Is that a thing?
No.
Dalen,
I'm
Dalen,
sorry, I really don't.
Is he looking through the book?
He's looking through the book and he just seems like lost. Like he's not. He in fact, you could tell just from the look on his face. He's like, did I actually write this?
Oh, it's like when you wrote like a story of years and years ago and you open it and you're reading it and then you realize it ends and you're like, I didn't write the rest. I could have sworn I wrote the rest.
I was gonna say, like, you wake up in the middle of the
writer
night.
ever.
I was like, you wake up in the middle of the night, write in your dream journal, and go back to bed, and you wake up the next morning, like, what was I on? Okay. Well, we at least have a lead to go talk to the Golden Demon, which ironically links up with Ashrath. I've been literally repeating the same sentence over and over and over, so I think I'm decided about waiting for Medi and then just going to the Cray.
Help Medi, Gray. That doesn't pan out. Arthur. And then find that fucking ring.
Yep.
We need the ring before we can go to the Tsar.
Yeah,
But-
the author's in the car.
Or ends up. Or wherever the Emperor.
Wherever the Emperor ends up. Because also, like, correct me if I'm wrong, like, way back when we first got here, wasn't there political discussions about possibly opening up the borders of Ivhan to the rest of Norum to let other, like, countries come here? It's really easy to rebuild and repopulate a city if you're not completely walled off from the rest of civilization.
Are you, Lidazel, are you saying you would almost encourage the fall of multiple cities so they would open their borders to encourage trade and repopulation?
Well, when you put it like that, Daphne. When you put it like that.
You put it.
And
That's how you
done.
put it.
I'm done
Dalen,
with this
I
conversation.
mean, I'm proud
Dalen.
of you. I'm proud of you for it, but still, you don't say it out loud.
I'm not saying it like
Dalen
that.
Dalen just kind of raises his hand and is just kind of like, technically, I said it before she did 5 minutes ago. Dalen was the first one to say, like, we kind of should let the city fall so that way the rest of the world doesn't die. It
You
sounds
can't-
fucked up, but
You can't build hope on a broken foundation. We need to go back to the foundation and fix it from there.
the foundation is the rest of the planet.
And
I
hope.
realize that, but she is saying it in the way that states that it would encourage the border to open, which is something they were discussing. You were just discussing it as if it was like them actually getting along. Maybe they stopped shitting on the kin so much.
Well, I mean, like, well, no, I'm talking about, like, the borders with, like, the Teutonian Empire and, like, the rest of the fucking continent, not each other. Because, like, if they need people in cities and workers and shit, yes, it'd be nice if everyone got along, but, you know, it's kind of just like a bonus perk, you know, open your walls up, like, 100% of the time, except for on one, like, fucking day, trapping everyone here.
I'm pretty sure we could
Anyways.
have left whenever we wanted to, but we felt we had to stay out of obligation to the Emperor, as well as the fact that at the
got
time
a title.
we got titles, and you were looking for your husband, and I was just on vacation and enjoying this, and then I just, like, it became a thing.
Yeah, but we're getting
That's
off
how
topic.
you guys feel?
No.
Okay, so
We're
No.
getting off topic. We're spiraling way too far into my own embarrassment. Okay.
going to the Cray. We're going to the. I vote the Cray, but we should also prepare to possibly get news that Zaja has fallen, and they have the sword, which means Kinoto would be the next target.
That's why we need to get the fucking ring.
Yeah, so we go to the Cray, find the ring, find information on the ring, get it,
If it's even there.
if it's even there.
Cool. For the 5th time. Agreed.
The Cray it is.
Cool. Umeko? You agree?
I was the first one too.
I'm just double checking.
What?
I'm pretty sure Diar will follow me wherever I go. As part of, like, his duty. Duty. Wow, I had coffee. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Hear Diar's voice in the back of my head going, "Yes, my lady."
Thank you for that wonderful Diar impression, Dalan. It was on par. Okay, cool.
So we're
Now
going
we
with
j-
we're going with Astaroth to the Cray.
Yeah. Go away, Google. No, what go?
Alright.
Yay!
So-
We're going with Asteroth.
After some time has passed, you all find Medi actually return from being upstairs. And you see that she seems to be dealing with like still has some the heavy thoughts on her mind as she approaches you all. Look, I regret for what I behaved, but I still stand a lot by what I say. But because of me, so many people died. I want to do what I can to prevent that from happening. However that may be, I have no choice but to trust you all. However you see may be best.
Small idea. So, either we can send you back to the Feywilds, so at least you're on another plane of existence. I know from what you were telling us originally, you were coming here to look for your father, but also to learn a little bit more about magic. One of the smartest arcana-knowing people I know is currently in Falren, helping them look for survivors and how one person destroyed the city. If we search for your tuning fork and get back to Falren, I can introduce you to him, and you can always stay here and try to help the city.
Give me a persuasion check.
There.
He's really smart and really good with magic. It's
Well, by
fine.
with that logic, so Zanin.
And it's not here right now, though. Persuasion, you
there.
said?
Come on,
Yep.
you got this.
Can I get a
Paulina,
robotic
you're-
inspiration?
Sure.
Maybe don't.
What's your
Okay.
bardic inspiration? A D8?
The bardic inspiration is D8. Yep.
Okay.
Paulina, your camera is flashing on and off.
Yeah, I know. That's a thing that my mom warned me about this laptop, that it would do that once in a while.
18.
18. Okay.
Not the best I can do.
It's been fine, though, so it should be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll trust you on that. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea as to where that tuning fork might be.
I can turn into a giant badger, and they're really good with their sense of smell. So, good sniffer. And if you ride on me as a giant badger and tell me the directions that you ran, we might be able to pick up a scent trail and find it. Daphne, stop making that face! I know! Phrasing!
I
I'm
was
gonna say!
How
There's-
many how many
I'm
people
so
can
sorry.
ride the badger?
Oh.
Giant badger would be. Where's my wild shapes? Giant badger.
Badger. Honey badger.
It
don't do
is considered a medium beast with a 13 strength.
So would 2 people fit on that or just 1?
I think just one.
Okay.
1.5.
I mean, Umeko could probably ride with
Halfling.
Meddy.
Why, Dalan? Are you?
Well, Dalan, I do know speak with animals, so if we need to communicate with you while you're in your badger form.
I still know common when I'm an animal, when I'm in a wild shape. I
Yes,
just
but-
can't fly back.
Exactly.
We'll just get to play magical charade, badger charade.
charades. It worked out like this was the bird. Like that worked. I'm sorry.
You do see a faint smile on Medi's face as she's watching all these antics go down.
We're idiots. You can probably already tell that, but
Resent that statement.
Medi.
Can't be serious. all
That's
the
true,
time.
darling.
you would not let go when I warned you I was gonna turn into a bear. You're an idiot. Yes, Medi?
You turned into a bear and ran through a river.
Yes,
Yes,
Gale.
Medi?
Medi, after all this is over, you do have family here in Ivhan. There's someone that took care of your father. His name is Beldrop, and he's in the Kara territory. And he is a very honored soul. If you would ever like to meet him, I can take you there. After all of this is over, of course.
I think I might like that. At least I can. at the very least learn more about him.
There is also his best friend, Modoc. And Drow.
Forgot about Modoc.
Wasn't he heading up to the Cray? Isn't that like the last thing we heard from him? He was heading
No.
No?
You know where you...
Fire
oh,
Mountain.
he went to the
He was
Hool.
heading- Right.
I met up with them, unfortunately.
Nope.
The first person Daphne simped for.
Wow. Okay. I do believe we still have a couple hours left on the house, or do we want to start moving now?
So, for clarification, we are attempting to find her tuning fork, bringing Medi
To
to
Zare.
Bala and Zare
Mm-hmm.
for them to look after her.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are going to the Cray to hopefully find the ring. And then if the ring's not there, we're going after the author to deal with that. And then
Wherever the wind takes us.
wherever the wind takes us, if it's back to the kin or to another territory.
Yes, because you should really have that chat with all sooner or later. And I will keep pushing it until you do so. And it's gonna get slightly more aggressive every time.
Oh, really? What are you going to do? Just lock us in a closet? I
No.
see that look on your face, Lizelle. Don't even think about it, young lady.
I mean, we've watched you do Shibari enough. We could probably tie you two together.
I can improvise Shibari, probably. Asher and Itham, you do not hear it. I'm sitting between my husband and my brother.
Tareth and your brother are all there at the table with us. I will remind you, Blondie.
Oh, I know Tareth is at the table, but I'm also like directly between Ashraf and Itham. Like, no,
Lydia, are you saying you want me to teach you Shibari?
no, no. I don't need to, Daphne. I have Entangle. I have magic that does that shit for me.
You hear Astar quickly clear his throat, just like quickly trying to drop that real quick.
With this, Delan just kind of leans over to Daphne. I always knew she was a rope bunny.
Delan? For the first, for some reason, as you say this, after you finish that sentence, you feel as if something just grabbed a hold of your tongue. Like as if it's like, you think of when your parents, like when you stick your tongue out, they grab a hold of it. It's like that. But it seems to be out of nowhere suddenly.
He looks around. Am I getting a dirty look from Mastrath?
He's not focusing on you. He's just focusing on Lydia.
Don't know magic. One person who don't know magic, though, is also sitting beside Lydia.
I was about to say stress wild shape into a bunny real quick.
And Gale uses detect magic to figure out where that's coming from.
You go ahead
I'm
and cast
guessing-
detect magic. There's magic all around you, but you can't sense anything as to what's going on with Delan.
Daphne's gonna raise an eyebrow.
I know it was.
Patron!
Daphne's gonna raise an eyebrow at him. Everything okay, dear? Can you, not talk at all right now?
So Delan.
He's like, it's like as if someone told his tongue, so anything you say, Delan's gonna go, like that.
I think my patron is trying to stop me from being dirty.
I didn't know patrons could do that. Good for him.
He's very
Don't
proactive.
even think about it.
It's like as if something lets go of you, Delan.
He's very proactive. Boss.
Why? What else has he done to stop you from being dirty? Dare I ask?
Oh, you know that level of.
We have teenagers at the table.
Also,
know
he
that-
literally just stopped you from talking about this. Why are you talking about this still?
It's
That's right.
at this point,
Well, she asked the question. I'm just answering it.
Yes, DM.
It just looks, seeing how this conversation is going, says, why don't we explore the rest of this mansion? As he gestures to Tareth and Medi to just go.
Like, you want to go shoot some things at them? We can go shoot things at them. I am not as bad as a shot anymore.
There is a fighting pit and shooting range in the basement.
Okay.
You want to go shoot them things at them?
He's seeing that you're kind of part of this conversation. He's like, nope. Get the kids out. Get the kids out.
My brother doesn't love me anymore.
He's being the good uncle.
I enjoy being the bad influence uncle.
Like I said, Dalen's that drunk uncle.
Exactly.
Dalan, you always were the bad influence.
It says and just like grabs his drink for the morning.
Alright, so I guess we're waiting for the end of the mansion then?
If you want.
What do we do?
I mean, there's literally anything you want to do.
Well,
That
I
you
know
would
what-
find in a mansion.
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take me new toy and go swinging. And he gestures to his flame tongue long sword.
Oh.
What was that, Gale?
It was Gale!
Oh my God, Gale! God damn it! That's okay. That time he was not being nerdy. Phrasing on my part. But
DM is so disappointed at us right now.
yes. But at this point,
Asraf, what do you want to go do? Love, what do you want to go do, Asraf?
I think I'm gonna need a drink after all this.
as Dalen's walking off, he turns to Asarath. Ask one of the servants for a mimosa. They make a lovely one. And then he just keeps going towards the trading area.
Can I have a tequila sunrise, please?
I might just go try to outshoot my brother. To prove him wrong.
They might be exploring other areas.
No, well, I told him there was shooting downstairs, and I want to prove him wrong, that I'm not a horrible shot. When I actually have a bow that fits me. And I'm not like 4.
I mean, apparently I need practice with throwing things that aren't spells, so...
We should all do some, like, no magic-based training.
I don't know if that's a good idea. My aim seems to be very terrible, and I think your husband's kind of mad at me now.
Well, guess what, Daphne? You can only get better by training.
Training my mind. I love
We've
how
all
they-
seen Thal lose his magic. Now,
Oh,
we all lost our magic.
That is true.
I believe Umeko did offer to teach us how to throw a punch, like, months ago.
True. She did.
Umeko, would you like to still teach us how to throw a punch?
Considering that fight was a disaster.
In like an hour, sure.
Why an hour?
Because I want to go meditate in my temple.
Oh, okay. Valid. Respectable. Got it. I'm
No.
gonna go shoot. With my brother.
Shoot.
Pew pews! Because I can only
Alright.
technically shoot for 10 minutes.
Right.
I'm on a time limit with my shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Prove it I'm wrong!
Alright, so for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and say you all had done your various activities before the spell finally ends. So,
What kind of day is it?
as the spell ends, you find that it is morning.
Oh.
Would I know what time of day it is in the Fall Confederacy?
Do you have a feat?
I do not.
Okay.
He has a Daphne.
So,
he turns to Daphne.
okay.
Daphne, do you know what time it would be back in the Fall Confederacy?
1 second. Dungeon Master, what time is it in the Fall Confederacy?
You do remember from your previous role that you're basically just like how it is like when you're like in Europe or even in East Asia where it's daytime there, but then on the other side it's like night. It's basically it's dark.
Is it like is it late night? Is it like
yes, it is like everyone's in bed kind of late.
So wait like 6 hours?
Maybe.
7 just to be safe?
Probably. Probably wouldn't hurt.
Daphne, is there anything in the diplomat's pouch?
That's a good point. I haven't checked the diplomat's pouch in a couple of days. To answer your question, Dalan, if you're going to do the thing I think you're going to do, I would recommend waiting at least 8 hours since it's currently in the middle of the night, and Redalia, although is a bit of a night owl, does not like to be disturbed in her sleep. And I would rather you meet her fully intact with all of your appendages. And then Daphne checks the diplomat's pouch.
She's already there and cut me.
Oh, I know. I'm just she will keep hold of that promise if you continue to annoy her. And she checks the diplomat's pouch.
Okay.
We're in the house. We're in the house. We're in the house.
We're outside the house. The house is over.
Right. That's right.
Okay.
The house is over.
So,
My bad.
so you take a look, and you do find a few letters.
A few.
We haven't
We're
checked in a few
popular.
days.
Oops.
One of which you recognize instantly, Daphne, addressed to you from your parents.
Shit.
Daphne's just holding the letter, staring at it.
What's wrong, Daphne?
Well, you see, from my parents.
Ooh. I don't know context.
Yeah, you have no context.
I know, I'm like, someone's in trouble, but
Wait,
I
does
have no
Lydia
context.
even know about Daphne's history with her parents?
Yeah, you told me over wine night.
Oh, yeah, wine night, yeah.
Alright. I sent them a letter in Ascending a little while back, about 3-4 months ago. She's gonna hold the letter and just, like, check the other letters and see
Pass out the
who else
goods.
got letters. Who else got letters? Because she's just, I need a second to process that. Just,
Mhm.
who else got letters?
Right. The others that you see there, one of which seems to be just, you only see a simple seal. You don't see any sort of particular writing or saying it's directed to someone.
Do I recognize the seal?
It's just a simple black seal.
Does Zereth use
Yeah.
black?
Zareth does use black, and it upsets me greatly every time he does it.
At least read the first line. In case it's not Zereth.
Daphne's gonna open that letter first and read the first line to see if it's for her.
You open it, and you find that it only has one sentence. It says, hold on, I for a second I thought it was in the computer, but it's actually in my mobile notes. Give me a second.
I'm
Okay.
concerned,
Let's see.
and I'm wishing that I opened my parents' letter first,
Or like the other letters first.
or like the other letters first. But it's a single sentence.
It says, if I pass on, ensure their destruction. That's all it says.
Is it in Aenon's writing?
Give me
Is chicken
insight
scratch?
check.
Isn't it chicken scratch now?
Oh,
You can tell it
27?
is not his writing. However, you have seen this writing before. Seems quite similar to a letter Talus had shown you.
is it
Talk?
card talk?
You don't know.
What did the letter say? If I pass on, ensure their destruction.
Kara Talk's handwriting didn't look like the letter Talus showed us.
Mm-hmm.
So who wrote the letter from Talus? Was that letter signed by Kara Talk?
No, it was signed by, I believe, the Ninth Synod.
Talus is still with us. Talus.
Yeah.
That letter that you have, do you still have it on you? We got some matching penmanship.
Takes a look. Seems very similar. So, here's one thing that catches my that seems off about this.
What's that?
It does seem similar, but it doesn't look the way it's written. It was much more formal. This isn't.
Umeko, which you...
Can I take a shot in the dark and see if I recognize it this time with two versions?
Sure, give me an insight at advantage.
Insight. Ooh.
Guidance?
What's your guidance? D4?
D4.
Mhm.
Yeah. It never
Sure.
increases.
Arc Inspiration, 1d8.
28, though.
Now go ahead and add the D4 if you plan to.
31.
31.
Woohoo!
And then a D8.
Do you want me to throw D8 on top of this?
Do it!
Overpower it!
Sure.
Overkill!
Okay.
Oh my
38.
I remember
Umeko,
everything!
Check your DMs.
DM sliding into the
Secrets.
DMs.
Okay, well, that's happening.
Check the other letter.
Well, is there any other letters?
Hold on a second.
There's
Couple
so
of-
many
DM has to
letters.
send a DM has to send a DM. Wait,
He's
what?
sliding into Umeko's DMs.
Oh, shit.
Let's see.
Oh god, if he's fallen, who's with Akir? The baby!
We don't know who it's from yet. Hold on. Bypass on.
Ensure their destruction.
No, I just had to catch up on notes from like that breakfast talk. about what our plan was, so I have it in writing so we can't back out of it.
This is mine so far. This is
It's like a contract.
and that.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
What? That's not even all of it.
Umeko?
I don't believe we know that many left-handed people.
Who do we know that's left-handed? You were left-handed.
I was left-handed. But so is Karatok.
So you think that letter is actually from Karatok? And that letter that Talus had is a fake out?
It could be someone imitating his writing, the one that Talus had. But also we have to think who realistically is sending us this letter.
Why would someone imitate his writing?
He's a leader. And
Hidden
he goes
knowledge.
through a lot of trouble.
DM, who do we know that's left-handed? Like, out of everyone that we've met.
You haven't really paid attention.
Mm.
The only one who did was Umeko.
Alright.
What other letters might be?
What other letters do we have before Daphne
Okay.
ultimately has to open the letter from her parents since she hasn't heard anything from them for a couple of months?
As you are looking at the last letter, you see that this third one seems to be, unlike the others, which seem to be that made from simple parchment. This one seems to be a little bit ornate in its own way. You see that it has various whorls along the edges of a design of a almost like a sapphire blue.
Someone is sending fancy fax messages.
Gets fancy letters.
I didn't know we got fancy letters.
I never get letters, so.
Well, who is it addressed to?
It doesn't. It says. To those, or to whom has entertained me.
Delan, Gale, what did you two get into?
Gale's gonna take the letter.
That sounds like a paradox.
Why would Paradox send a letter though?
Because
Gale's,
he wants to be interesting.
Gale's actually going to open the letter and see, open it to see, if there's, a deer such and
Okay.
such.
So who's looking at the letter as Gale opens it?
Peek?
He's looking
I
over
want to
his
peek.
shoulder.
I
Yeah,
want to see fancy letter. Princess is intrigued about fancy
Alright.
paper.
Yeah, Dalen's looking.
Okay. Umeko, what are you doing?
Realistically speaking, if everyone else is crowded around him, she can't see it because she.
Think about all
Daphne-
your left-handed people.
Do you want one of us to pick you up?
I'm about to say Dalen.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so it's Delan, Daphne, Gale, and Lydia then, okay?
Okay.
So, as you open the letter, I need those who are reading it to give me an intelligence save.
Oh.
Ooh.
Y'all just about to get
22.
hit.
Wait, is this
17.
is there a is it
Oh.
charmed or being put to sleep?
Nope.
Okay. 22.
Why isn't it showing up?
Natural one.
Gale,
Daphne got
no.
This seems
It's
on
not
brand.
showing up for me. 1 second, let me try again.
Take your
Oh,
time.
wait, I have advantage against magical effects, so hold on. Intelligence save.
That is a 4. Is it a magical?
Bro.
Is it? Are we being put to
Yes, I'm-
sleep?
Nope.
No,
Mm-mm.
I already asked.
Fuck.
Yeah,
There's
17.
I haven't
Only-
read my parents my letter yet.
Only Lydia succeeds.
Oh shit!
I got a big brain, y'all.
So,
Are we all feeble-minded now?
no.
Wait, where's Astraf and Itham? And Medi? Oh no.
Hold on
There's
a
watching
second.
the shit show happening.
Give me a moment.
We're all gonna die now. This is how campaign ends because of my curiosity.
As
killed the
you
cat.
all, as you open the letter, it at first it seems blank, but then suddenly, you see, almost forming from the paper itself, you see an eye,
Vecna.
and and it blinks for a moment. Lydia, you feel this nausea come over you for a moment.
Mhm.
It's not like in the sense like you feel like you're sick to your stomach, but it feels as if like when you think of something that's really disgusting and it turns your stomach.
Cute. Okay.
Everyone else, as Lydia, you look away from it. The rest of you find this arcane glow about you as you find yourself transfixed to the eye. Soon, it's just you three. No one else around. The ground seems to have changed from the green grass to that of a strange violet purple, with hints of blues of various shades. The sky itself seems to be replaced completely by an endless sea of stars and galaxies. And you find someone standing before you. An Arakakra, royal blue feathers, wearing ornate clothing, standing before you all, before you three.
They just standing there glowing? Or are they gone?
For you, they're just glowing. But they seem to be transfixed, like they're just frozen in place.
Can Daphne
You
move or speak at all?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you can speak and move, but you're not in where you're not where Lydia and Umeko are.
And
He's
the
just
rest of
gonna
the
lean
crew.
over. You two see him too, right?
Well, it's hard
Is he
to
a sir?
hard to miss that.
That's rude.
If it is who I think it is.
It's exactly who you think it is.
It's exactly who you think it is, Gale. There's no way around it. Who else would play such a dirty, underhanded trick to send something through the diplomat's pouch?
This is an underhanded trick. I said
We do.
nothing of the sort. And speaking of lacks of mannerisms, you, especially one who has worked in the court, would know when it is proper to kneel.
I need you to make me a wisdom save. At disadvantage.
Everyone?
You three, yes.
If I try to grab the
Do I have a thing that gives me advantage on. Is that gonna be a straight roll for me?
It's gonna be a straight roll for you.
Wait, is this a charm?
can Gale let go of the paper? Can I, if I try to pull the
13.
paper from Gale's hands, does
9.
he let go, or is he like death gripped onto it?
Death gripped.
Is this a charm?
I was gonna say.
Because if it's
Yes.
charmed,
It's a straight roll for you.
Okay.
I'm immune to being charmed.
Not in this case.
Oh, okay.
Cause he's a god.
Seriously? 7.
You find yourselves instantly forced to the ground to knee, like on one knee.
Galen goes down on one knee, but then immediately starts trying to force his way back up, like doing his best to try to stand up, like defiantly.
Same.
Same. And Gale's just gonna say, "Well, it's nice to finally meet you."
Gale, don't. The pleasantries are really not needed right now.
Pleasantries are always necessary, even when you are either preparing or in the middle of combat with your enemy. And that is the purpose of this conversation. I must admit, you all have been a thorn in my side that's grown and has started inflicting the wound.
Well, I do enjoy getting under your skin. So you just Dalan is like still trying to stand up and is just kind of like smirking at him.
Yes,
Daphne's
Daphne.
doing the same.
Does Daphne feel like they're under the effects of a spell? And if so, can she attempt to try and do counterspell?
Give me an Arcana check real quick.
Do they look like they're in like pain or anything, DM?
No,
or are
they just like frozen in place.
Because I'm debating on doing something, but
18.
When he had said kneel, you noticed for a brief moment that there was a faint glow around his head. That it was in the shape of a helmet. But much more so of a... But on closer inspection, it seemed to be more of a mask.
just like the Founders Festival.
Oh,
You realize, while it is technically that of a spell, you have a feeling that this is from a relic.
Maybe we can hear you.
Your audio cut out.
Go ahead and speak up.
hello?
Yep,
There
we
you
can
go.
hear you now.
Okay. You know, boys, I've seen this before. Leaders who lack the proper charisma and authority have to use magic in order to get others to do what they want.
This is kind of rough.
So he needs a relic to make us kneel.
Reminds me of. One second.
So I'm not surprised.
Dalan is just kind of still struggling against it. Reminds me of Heartache. Piece of
Mhm.
shit.
At least he was entertaining.
He was also a pirate. He had natural charisma. Unlike some people.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you would recruit someone like him, and someone as honorable as the Conjurer, someone as disgusting as the Mutant, and all the others. What have you all promised them?
We all have desires and goals goals that we wish to achieve in life, you are no different. For them, their goals were at one point achievable, but no longer. I provided them a way to achieve what they've been desiring the most. All they had to do was swear their loyalty to me. That would reward them for their loyalty. So it seems that they have been dealing with, well, a threat that is, while remarkably strong, but yet so full of idiocy.
We are the Zumla Club after all.
See, when you say it like that, it really makes us sound like a bunch of idiots. And at this point, Daphne is just buying them time before they can either break the spell or their party members can get them out of it.
I'm messaging literally like Tori. I'm like,
We don't know what's happening. That's the thing. We just see you guys glowing.
And frozen.
I'm tempted to cast a spell, but also I'm like, I don't want to hurt you guys.
Hurt us. At this point, he's probably going to do something much worse.
But we don't know this. We don't know it's the Emperor that's doing this to you guys. That's the other thing. Like, we don't know what's happening.
We don't know. Like, Lydia's just saying, like, what do I do? Like, I'm the only one that didn't. I'm the only one that looked at the letter that didn't freeze. What do I do? Someone say a word and I'm casting a spell. Astraf, Itham, Talus, Medi, Umeko.
Yeah, the part you guys know is just Vogrin trying to reach out to us. Delan is... Oh, this is a terrible idea. Dalen's gonna turn to him.
What?
Dalen's gonna turn to the Emperor. So let me ask you this. You gather up all these followers. You gather up all these people. Destroy all these cities. So when you got everything just and perfect, exactly the way you want it, what sort of world are you planning to build? Because from the way I see it, you're planning to do a lot more destroying than you are building.
And you seem to have used the power in the past when you were first in control. You seem to have used my kind, or rather Sapphira's kind, to do your bidding, or enslave them. What is your true goal? What is your purpose of doing all this?
It's twofold. To restore the order that I had established. And as you would understand, as both of you are experienced in the world of raiding, privateering, sometimes for there to be creation of something new, destruction is required. As some people in the modern day would say, out with the old and with the new. But it is simply a restoration. And as to what I achieve afterwards, I will achieve what I had always desired. I will get what I desire.
Power.
My rightful place among among the gods. I will be greater than that of the Lightbearer. My light will shine brighter than his. My dominion will be greater than that of the Lord of Twilight. My power will be unmatched, greater than that of the Master of Beasts. And the wealth and prosperity I will bring will be greater than even that of the Golden Prince. I'll bring beauty into the world that the Maiden of the Deep was never able to achieve. I will create a world that no one, not even the gods, can create.
This reminded me of those really cheesy books you read. I'm going to be greater than the gods. I'm going to be greater than everything there ever is.
Daphne!
You know what I plan on creating right here today?
A nice feathered hat.
Let's go on that ugly beak of his. He's gonna try to cast Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
Roll an attack.
Oh god. I'm like messaging Tori and like all caps like, can I cast now? Lydia's definitely prepping a spell.
Well, that's the thing. Is there anything that's like indicating any of this to us other than they're frozen and glowing?
Guys, hello.
Hello.
That's all you're seeing is the frozen and glowing.
Can I try to cast Eldritch Blast?
Like,
too?
they don't look like they're struggling
Can
or
I
in
cast
pain.
Sending?
Hold on, one at a time. We still gotta do Dalen's thing.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. I'm
Please
pulling
don't
up
die,
all my
guys.
notes.
Please don't die, guys.
Okay.
Well, we can't. There's three of us. If three of us die, then you have to choose who stays dead.
I can't bring people back.
Umeko can.
True.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment. You're making me pull up some fun notes here. Give me a moment, Dalan.
Oh no.
Let him focus on me.
Like, if anything, I imagine we're like snapping in front of your faces and like maybe nudging you guys now, like, yo. But I don't think that's
Lydia-
gonna break it.
Lydia's
You cast
definitely
your Eldritch
prepping.
Blast at him, and it just goes lifelessly against him. But, hold on. Before we get to you two, do you hear the First Emperor chuckle?
I believe my conversation has ended, but at the very least, I will entertain you for a little bit.
And you suddenly no longer feel being suppressed down by this annealing spell.
Oh,
And I would like for you three to roll initiative.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
12.
Gonna cast Sending at Lydia to
You
ask
can do
her
it
to
on
get
your
the
turn.
fuck out?
You can do it on your turn.
13.
Oh my god, Umeko and Lydia are just standing there with like Ashraf, Itham, Tarith, Medi, Talus, like
You, the
Wh-
deer. Like,
and
hello?
what do we do? Lydia definitely has like 23 initiative for Daphne. Damn.
God.
Nice.
Like Lydia
Okay.
definitely has like
Oh,
a spell prepped in her hands. Like say a word, and I'll try something.
All right. Let me just find
I was
it.
not expecting to fight the First Emperor right today.
Right? We're like, oh, can we face the First Emperor? Well, we have to at least try at some point. Y'all.
Y'all are in his domain too. Who knows what other like layer actions he could have?
I hate this not being able to do anything. Tori, how do you do this?
Okay. So.
You know, it just kind of happens, man.
Oh my god.
You get
All
used to
right.
it.
How do you just sit
Daphne,
here
what'd
and
you roll?
watch?
Because this is my favorite sitcom.
Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to avoid reading my letter to my parents, but now I might never be able to read my letter from
Hey,
my
mission
parents.
accomplished.
it's
Daphne, what'd you roll?
I
got-
rolled a 23.
Very good. Okay. Gale,
I'm kind of mad I'm missing this.
13.
13.
Yuri, so far I'm the only one that has not faced him.
Right? I'd love a rematch.
And Delan.
12.
All right.
Because last time he couldn't make me kneel, I succeeded that save. Last time I didn't kneel for him. And I was like, hey.
Okay. Now, okay, let me roll this. Okay. Okay.
Everyone being nosy and wanting to read the letter.
Right, but can I like re-look at it and choose to
Okay.
fail?
All right. So we're using theater of the mind here. Daphne, you are first.
Alright, Daphne feeling that she's free now. She still has the copper wire wrapped around her finger. She's gonna try something, not sure if it's gonna work because she's not sure where she is right now, but she's gonna send a message to Lydia.
Okay.
Being like, very quickly, very panicked, to her mind, saying, First Emperor has us in a mind palace, please get us out now. We're under attack.
All right.
Like, very panicked, and then she's gonna try and draw her dancing short sword, although I don't know if the dancing short sword
would
is
be
with
there.
her right now.
It would be.
Okay.
Of 7 words.
All right. Okay. So you draw your dancing sword, and is that it for your turn? For context, you are about 30 feet away from him.
Oh, Daphne's gonna, 30 feet back.
Okay.
She's getting some distance.
There's no
Oh,
map.
nope.
There's no
Nope.
map. There's no map.
Okay. So
Oh, wait.
Do
30.
I get the message?
It's
we'll
there
figure
in
out
line.
at the end of this round.
Oh,
Well, yeah, the whole round happens at the same time.
Mhm.
true.
Now,
You have to survive for at least 12 seconds.
It'll be like 3 hours to us.
True.
so hold on. So you see for a moment, as he's standing there, he raises a hand, and you see suddenly forming in his hand a familiar bow.
Oh,
And
no.
draws an arcane arrow and fires it upward. And suddenly,
Is this a spell?
it is not a spell. It is an action. As the arrow comes flying down, strikes the ground, it suddenly splits as you see 2 large clouds appear from it. And suddenly you see before you what appears to be that of spirits of a pair of dragons.
No. Bad dragons. No, 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 no,
This
no.
is, for those who are wanting to know, this is his action. Predators of the Hunter.
No, fuck you.
No, Harold, why you do this?
What's that do?
It summons predators that they've defeated. It's the dragons from when he was alive.
Oh!
Basically,
The bow,
in a nutshell.
for those
we're
of you
gonna
who
die.
had seen the bow, which would be Daphne, it looks very similar to the bow that Hulseg was holding.
Motherfucker.
Now.
Get in sleep.
That is it for his turn. Dalan, you're up. You suddenly see these two...
Gale.
Me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gale. You suddenly see these 2 dragons-like spirits appear.
Man them with
your dragon force.
How far is the first emperor away?
30 feet from you. And
And
just between him are the two. You just see suddenly appearing about 5 feet from each side, like on the corners, is the two dragon-like spirits.
Okay, so it's like first emperor and then the two dragons.
Yeah,
or
it's
is
like
it-
those two, then the first emperor.
Okay, so would there be like a line in between the dragons?
Yeah. So there will be there's like there's a 5 feet space for someone to go right through to the first emperor.
How far is he away from me?
Again, 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay.
My baby's ignoring me.
It doesn't say. Oh, there it is. Gale's actually going to start glowing, and lightning is going to start forming around him and around his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And Gale's going to shoot 5th level witch bolt at the first emperor.
All right, roll your attack.
Damn. 17.
17 does not hit. It just goes flying off the side as he just sidesteps.
Wait, what was that?
Witch bolt.
No, what was the
17.
roll? 17. Okay.
17 does not hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do I have any bonus actions? Can I don't know. Can I do a bonus action to just pull out the longsword?
Yep, I'll allow it. So you switch it to a longsword. You got it. All right.
Yeah. Gale's gonna pull out his longsword again, just get ready.
Okay. Dalan, you're up.
Dalen's gonna draw his flame tongue longsword,
Mm-hmm.
staring at the first emperor dead in the eye. And he just whispers on his breath, "Ignite," causing it to burst into flames.
All right.
That's his bonus action. Special action or special by special movement, he's gonna do slashing flourish and run up to the first emperor.
Ooh.
Okay.
Just charging straight at him.
All right.
And-
Before we do your attack,
Mhm.
I'm gonna. He's gonna use a reaction, and I would like for you to roll me an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Okay. Is this a spell or a charm?
It is neither. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be
Gotcha.
anything to put you to sleep or charm you.
21.
You succeed. So go ahead and continue your attack.
So he's running right up to him, and he just screams, "You're the bastard that caused all of this! This is for Johnson!" And he slashes at him with his flame tongue sword. Two-handed.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
27.
27 will hit.
Okay, and then damage. So that's 5, and then 2d6 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
4. He is going to, and with slashing flourish, what is that? That gives me something. If the attack hits, you can spend a inspiration die, extra damage equal to the number of on the roll. So he's gonna go ahead and do that. D8. Okay, it's 2.
All right.
And then extra attack,
Go ahead and roll your attack die.
24.
24 will hit.
Gotta love fighters, man.
Oh, 12.
Very nice.
And then, because that's still ignited, 2d6.
Ooh.
And then, because I don't know how many chances I'm gonna have to fucking go at this dude. Action surge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
Damage is damage.
Damage is damage.
Gonna swing with the flame tongue again. Oh, that's a 10 that misses.
What is it? 10, yeah. That's a nat
yeah.
1, yeah.
Yeah, extra attack. 22.
22 will hit.
Okay. Do I have anything else I can do on this guy? That's gonna be my turn.
Alright. Alright, very good. Now, he's going to go, as you strike and you just start slashing across him, and the flames start flickering. You see him have a strange smile on his face.
It has been so long since I've actually felt pain.
And he's going to use the legend
with more.
And he's going to use the legendary action.
Oh no.
He suddenly disappears before you, Delan. Suddenly appears right behind Daphne.
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh
But-
dear.
As this happens, he appears about 10 feet behind Daphne, for context. Now, before we get to Daphne's turn, Lydia,
Yes.
you hear the message from Daphne. You hear the panic in her voice. You hear quickly how they're suddenly engaged with the first emperor.
Fuck. Lydia's just gonna be like, it's the first emperor, they have them. And running hand down her braids, grabbing the mistletoe that's in there, she's gonna draw a line in the ground with her foot and cast Wall of Fire, with the damage being on the party to burn the letter, to burn the paper.
Ooh.
Okay, I like this.
Watch as
Alright.
it doesn't work. And we just get hurt.
They can't make the dex save because are they incapacitated or?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry,
fuck
y'all. I'm doing this at the.
I can take it.
I'm doing this at the
Okay.
lowest level I can possibly do it. So you guys are gonna take 5d8 fire damage.
That's fine.
21
it.
points of fire damage on the
I can
three
take
of
it.
them, trying to burn the paper of the letter. I feel really horrible, but I
love
panic.
I love the panic idea. She's like, ah, shit, fire!
Umeko, you suddenly see her out of freak out. She's saying about the first emperor and everything. She suddenly casts this wall of fire and just goes right
Between
up.
Why did you
everyone.
light the temple on fire?
I wanted to burn the paper, but I didn't have a smaller spell.
We have torches!
You're the go hug unlimited torches.
It takes an action to interact with an object. This is faster. It's 120 foot. No. How big is the wall? 60 feet long and 20 feet high. It's a massive wall of fire just separating.
As you suddenly,
Also, just have a tinder box. We could just light the paper
as
itself.
this wall of fire suddenly emerges in the temple.
I can put it out. It's fine. It's concentration. I just have to make sure they're out first. I'll fix it later.
You see that it burns them, but in the process as well, it does actually catch the paper on fire. And since it is magical flames, I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay. 1D100. 98!
Nice.
Daphne, you don't need to do damage. Daphne, get out now, please.
High or low, Umeko?
Hi?
As the flames engulfs the paper, it suddenly begins to... It grows into a greater fire on it before it eats away whatever seeming to be the arcane properties about it. While the rest of you, Daphne, you find yourself suddenly having to face the Emperor looking down at you from right behind. Delan, you find yourself flanked by these dragon spirits. But before any of them are about to do anything, you find yourselves back in reality, but burning.
Hearing them freak out, can I drop my concentration?
Sure.
And let the fire go away? Thank you.
Can I cast create water with the woven ball and basically just like hose them down? Just hose down the fire like you set a fire in my temple.
I panicked!
I know.
You all back? You good?
Daily casts healing light
Wait,
on.
I can fix this. I will wild shape into Chalice, and I will, I won't do that. That's too high of a level. Yes, do you want to transport via plants later?
Yeah, we
I
still
will-
want that thing. I think we still want that
Yeah.
for later.
Yeah, I will, 4th level cure wounds one person, and Chalice will redirect a small bit to another person. Who is the most hurt out of our group?
I have 101 HP left.
I know Daphne's squishy. I'm gonna give Daphne 4th level cure wounds.
Okay.
So Daphne, you're gonna get 26. You heal back what I damaged you for. And then I'm gonna give Delan. Where's my chalice? I'm gonna give Delan 2d8 plus 4.
2d8 plus 4.
So you get 13.
13. Hey, what's up?
Daphne is very thankful she had put her letter from her parents in her pocket
Oh.
before reading it, because she realized now it would have been on fire, and she would
Yep.
never have known what her parents sent her.
Gale's
sorry,
gonna,
I
She's saying that
panicked.
right now.
Gale's gonna take out his orb and use the charge on that and cast a 5th level cure wounds on himself.
Okay.
Ow.
Son of a bitch.
That
Magic
was,
users, your answer to everything cannot be fireball.
that
It was wall of fire, not fireball.
Fire can't be the answer.
It was a panic response. It was paper.
Now that
couldn't-
Dale,
Use a torch?
That would have taken too long to ignite. This was like instantaneously.
Dalen, no longer burning, turns to Lydia. Thank you.
Yeah, I could have left you there. You're welcome.
I have a tinderbox.
No, well, when he says thank you, he's out of breath and like panicked from burning, but he is being sincere. He's not being sarcastic when he says it.
You're
But
so glad y'all finally got to meet the first emperor too.
He summoned
Yes.
fucking dragons.
That's a
It
new
was a
one.
delight, Daphne says as she opens her letter from her parents, realizing anything she has to deal with now is nothing compared to that.
I'll just wander over to Ash. Like, I did good, right? I did good, right?
Daphne
I guess-
looks at her and she pulls her into like a sisterly hug, like, yes, sweetie, you did excellent. I am very proud of you. That was very quick thinking. Well done.
Gale goes over and hugs Daylin. like a man hug. We survived. We survived.
Taylor
Yes.
just hugs Gale and just goes, I got a few hits on that bastard.
You actually got hits. I didn't.
Piece of
With
shit.
Whiskey just hops into Lydia's hair and just like starts to make a little nest in it as Daphne opens the letter from her parents, just needing some normalcy.
Okay.
Hi, honey.
So what I'll do for you, Daphne, is that I'll DM it to you. But
Yay.
with all that excitement, we're gonna go ahead and end our session there for tonight.
Woo!
Quick thinking, Lydia, because that could have gone bad.
Oh my god.
That's like I've been wanting to cast that since they like got frozen. I'm like, y'all, say the word. That was the spell I was literally prepping, and I'm like, let's go.
Thank
I will
you,
do it.
Sending.
Would that have actually killed us if we had gotten to 0 HP?
Good question.
Damn it.
Maybe.
It's an end of
But-
campaign wrap up question.
Yep. So, oh boy, but on that note, we'll
Wow.
go ahead and end it here. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's awesome having you all here. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you all again, not next week, but the week after for Ichor and Honor, but we'll be back Thursday for Revive Pandemic. Have a good night, everyone.
Hmm.
I-
Good night.
Good night.